Hello, Eugene. How are you doing? It's good to have you on channel today.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. And how are you doing, Alex?
I'm also doing really fine. So, as we discussed, this interview is going to be about your German scholarship that you are benefiting from. And we really want viewers to also have this opportunity to be able to travel to, Germany to have and benefit from this scholarship, right?
Yes. It's
Basically, how students can benefit from the scholarship and how they can apply to German universities, if possible, your specific university. So we really want to waste much time. Let's begin. So kindly introduce yourself to us. Tell us your name, what you are, what you do, and yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex. My name is Eugene Obo, and you can call me Eugene Brown. Yeah, and I am an academics, currently a scholar in Germany for my master's program. Yeah, I do a lot of things. Yeah, I am the CEO of Rocket Codes, which is an IT company, and also the owner of upnextnigeria.com, because of my passion to help others in terms of personal development. So Upnext Nigeria is basically a platform for opportunities, international opportunities, scholarship, and financial. Yeah. So that's just a brief about me and what I do.
So you are a beneficiary of scholarship in Germany. Yeah, can you tell us something small about this scholarship that you are benefiting from?
Okay, the DAAD EPS scholarship, yes, the major reason for this video, this meeting, yeah. So the DAAD EPS scholarship is a fully funded scholarship and one of the major scholarship that the German government offers to international students. It basically covers a lot. I think we are going to talk about that later. And it is for developing countries. So if you're in a developing country, you stand a chance to benefit from this scholarship.
Developing countries independent of the continent, right?
Yes.
So as you're that EPOS scholar, can you tell us various benefits that students can have when they are beneficiaries of this scholarship so that students who want to apply can know what to look out for? So tell us what the full package entails.
Okay, yeah, it's actually a full package. Yeah. So the DAAD EPOS scholarship, as I said, is a fully funded scholarship, which basically means that it covers everything a scholarship needs to cover. It covers your full tuition, like in Germany, you do not have to pay tuition fee in public universities. And so that's already a plus. And so definitely you do not have to pay tuition fee. And when you get that EPS scholarship, it also covers your living expenses. So if you're a master's student, you get 861 euro every month. And you also get, if you're a PhD student, you get about 1,200 euro every month. The other benefits for that EPS scholarship include health insurance. It also covers your rent subsidy if you are paying a very high rent, and you are able to come to Germany with your family if you get this scholarship. So you can come with your wife or your children or your husband and your kids, and they also get monthly allowance. So you see, it's a full package, and it also covers your airfare tickets. So it means that they're going to transport you to your country and back. You also get some settling in allowance and books. You get books quarterly, and yeah, it's a lot of package.
That's a really full package scholarship, I would say.
Yeah, there are a lot of other benefits that I cannot really mention right here because they are in you get them when you have a need for them. So you can apply to those benefits and you also get them.
Does an African applying for this scholarship necessarily need to learn the German language before they are able to become eligible for it? Or is independent of having idea of the German?
No, so you do not have to learn German to apply for that EPS scholarship. When you get this scholarship, the German government is going to pay for a 2 months or a month or 3 months German class before you start the program. However, you will not be studying in German. It is just for you to integrate into the society when you are in Germany. So German language is not a requirement for this scholarship.
Okay, that's really amazing, and thank you for the answers you've given. So having said all this, viewers for the scholarship, there are lots of friends.
I think I didn't get you. Can you come again?
Having said this, there are a lot of viewers who are watching and they'll be really interested in applying for this scholarship. There are lots of friends of mine who have actually reached out to me in line with this interview and that they really want to apply. So the documents that they'll need to put together in order to be able to apply for this scholarship. Let's first look at the scholarship. Then after that, we'll look at the documents for application to German university. Specifically, your university is Bremen.
Yeah, University of at the University of Bremen.
Where you study marine biology, am I right?
Yes, marine biology.
So first of all, when people want to apply, they need to first apply to gain admission before they go for the scholarship. Is that how it is?
Oh, no, that is not how it is. Like I've received a lot of questions concerning the application process. And yeah, it's a kind of straightforward application for this scholarship. I would say it's one of the easiest scholarship to apply to because of the application process. You only need to apply to the university. You do not have to apply to DAAD. So you're not submitting any application to DAAD for the DAAD EPOS scholarship. That itself have a lot of scholarships. They offer a lot of scholarships, and the EPOS is just one of them. So if you are applying to the EPOS scholarship, you do not have to submit an application to the DAAD portal. You submit all your documents to the university for admission.
For admission, right?
Yes, you submit all your documents to the university for admission. So I will go straight into the documents that you need to submit. So it's just like you're applying for admission. And while doing that, you just submit the DAAD application form also. So the DAAD application form is just the major document that differs where you are from. The DAAD application form is the only documents you need to add to the normal documents you will need for admission. So the documents you would need to apply for the scholarship is the same thing as the ones you will use to apply for admission. So you just submit all the documents to the university and also include the DAAD application form. So the document
one gets that application form. How does one get the form?
Yeah, it's easily accessible. We can even drop a link to the form in the description of this video. Yeah, so that you can easily download it from there. So, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Take us through the documents required.
Okay, yeah. So the documents you need, I will start with the very first one, which is the DAAD application form. Yeah, which you can easily download from the DAAD website, or we're also going to drop a link to the form in the description below. And you also need a CV, which is going to be hand signed, which means that you're going to you're also going to use the Europass format. Yeah, on my channel, I have discussed how to create a CV using the Europass format. So you can also check that out in the video where I talked about that scholarship. So you need the CV, and then you need the letter of motivation, which is also going to be signed, hand signed. Then you also need your English proficiency document. I said document because it can be any document. It can be TOEFL, it can be IELTS, but however, these English tests are not mandatory for the scholarship because I did not use them. I didn't write those tests, but you can also use English proficiency documents from your university. Yeah, like a letter of English proficiency that you did your first degree in English will be sufficient for most universities, I think. Yeah, will be sufficient for most universities. And then you also need an academic letter of recommendation. It can be one or two. These are reference letters from your previous professors. I'll advise you to use a professor. Unless you don't have a professor, then you can use a doctor. If you use a professor, it's better. It increases your chances. So you want to use, you want to get, depending on the university, they might request for one reference letter or two. And then you also want to get a letter of recommendation from your employer, because this scholarship requires you to have at least 2 years of working experience post-graduation. So it means that the working experience has to come after you have graduated from your studies, maybe your BSc.
Okay,
Yeah.
hello. Hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That after one completes their degree, if they don't have working experience, they can apply for this scholarship.
No, you need the working experience. Is mandatory to have 2 years of working experience after graduation. So you can't even use your maybe you did internship during your schooling. You can't use that. So I've had a lot of questions on that too. So the experience has to be after graduation. The other documents you will need is confirmation of appointment. This is to confirm that you have at least 2 years of working experience. It's also going to come from your it's also going to come from your employer. So some universities might just want that. They might not want a recommendation from your employer. They might just want certificate of employment. So it depends on the document the university the university wants. Then you also need your academic transcript, which is very important. And it can either be official or unofficial. I used an unofficial transcript. So it might differ from university to university, but I think as long as the university wants you to upload the transcript on their portal or send it, you can definitely use the unofficial transcript. Then you also need your degree certificate, your BSc or MSc, depending on what you're applying for. And yeah, those are the major documents. And you can also include some additional documents or certificates to increase your chances. Maybe you have acquired some skills online. You want to include those documents, or whatever you have done that you feel like is going to increase your chances, then you should also include those documents.
Okay. That's really fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. So are there any specific GPA cutoffs for this scholarship?
Okay, the DAAD EPOS scholarship does not really specify a minimum CGPA. However, this is a scholarship, so your academic excellence also matters. So I think from my own perspective, if you have a 2.2, that is a second class lower, right? You can also apply to this scholarship as long as they have not stated that they have not stated any minimum CGPA. But I really feel that those that have a first class or 2.1 will have a higher advantage. However, if you have a 2.2 and you have a very strong documents to back up your 2.2, yeah, you can also stand a chance.
Okay, that's really understood. Now, what about the proof of funds? Did you include anything like that, like financial bank statements when applying for the scholarship?
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I said there are a lot of benefits about this scholarship. I have not even remembered to mention some. So another benefit is that you do not have to pay visa application fee. And coming to your question, you do not need to prove your fund. You do not need proof of fund. You do not need 10,000 euro or a blocked account if you have this scholarship. So it is fabulous.
Okay. So aside all these documents you mentioned, which you presented when you were applying for the scholarship, were there any specific tips or hack that you think you employed, which kind of increase your chances of gaining the scholarship and the admission to Germany?
Okay. Yeah, I would say there are some things I did. I think, okay, it's fine. Maybe it helped, but scholarships are actually competitive. Yeah. So you never can tell what would give you an edge. But there are some things that I'll say anyway. But I just want to say this first because everybody is different. The people reviewing your scholarship might see things differently from another reviewer. So if you understand what I mean, so that might be there's no particular way to go about this. You can actually shine, just do it right. So some of the things I did that I think you can also do is that during the application process, I was always communicating, like I created a kind of communication with whoever is going to the back end, those reviewers or the people we are submitting the application to in the university, because they are the ones who are also going to review and select. So I already developed a kind of a communication. So it means that they already know my name, right? Because I was always sending emails to inquire about this. And yeah, it should be constructive anyway. You don't ask questions that you can find easily on their website. It looks like you don't want to do any research. So but I was always communicating with them, with the school, like a particular person anyway. Yeah, so we're always talking. I ask questions. Okay, I have done this, I have done that. So it looked like he was already expecting my complete application. So that communication was also there. So I think you can also employ that while applying for scholarships. And also, the most important document in the scholarship application is the letter of motivation, because that is where you either win or lose a scholarship. So you must pay good attention to your letter of motivation. It's not what you should just rush. You should write it. You can give it to other persons to review it. Even if you don't give it out to review, you can also review it yourself after certain amount of days. You don't write it and just submit it. You write it, then you take your time and review it again. Maybe after 1 week, you review it, you see what you have written, you read it yourself and see if does it freak you? Does it give you any goosebumps or anything? If it doesn't, then it might as well not give the reviewer any goosebumps. Yeah. So you want to make sure your letter of motivation is top notch. I have also shared my letter of motivation on my YouTube channel. You can also check that out. And I also did a video on how to write an award-winning letter of motivation. There's no one way to write award-winning letter of motivation anyway. But yeah, you can also get some tips from what I've shared. Yeah. So yeah, the letter of motivation can also help you stand a chance. And also you want to also maybe you have some certifications, you have volunteered for some events or something. So you also want to include those certifications or what you have volunteered for. I believe those would also increase your chances. Yeah. For me, I had a first class. I will also say maybe that also helped me, or also helped me increase my chances, right? But I've also seen some persons that did not have a first class that got that EPS scholarship. So you see, yeah, you just have to work hard. You have to be determined, like feel like you are going to get this. And most importantly, you want to trust in God, right? You can't take that out. You just want to believe, you just want to have the faith that, yeah, I'm definitely going to get a scholarship this year. Yeah, I'm going to put in my best, and I want to trust in God to do the rest.
That's true. That's really amazing and great motivation from you, Eugene.
Thank you.
Yeah. So also, when does the application open during the year?
Yeah, okay. The application opening dates and deadline differs from university to university. So there's the PDF file which contains the deadline of the courses that are going to open this year. So most of them are not open yet, but they are going to open around July, August. It differs, but the deadline is already stated on the DAAD on that PDF file. You can get it on the DAAD portal. We can also put it in the description of this video below, right? So the deadline varies. Some of the scholarships are going to open July, August, and close in October. Some are going to close in December. Some are going to close in the following year, March. Yeah, I think the latest is March for one of the scholarships.
Okay, that's really fine. Also, how long did the whole application process take from the first day that you submitted the application to the time you got the feedback? How long did that whole process take?
Okay, I'm just going to give you timeline. I applied in October, and by December, I already got a notification like, yeah, you have been admitted and shortlisted, and you get a feedback for the scholarship. So I already got the admission, and then I got the scholarship notification around February the next year. So I think most of those that applied, like a friend that also applied, he got a rejection in December. Yeah. So, but I got I have been admitted and shortlisted. So that's
okay. That was
then resume in October. the next year.
Okay. That's really fine. Now, what about, okay, what's your view of cold emailing of professors when it comes to people wanting to cold email the professors in line with their application? What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good idea specifically for?
Yeah, definitely. Cold emailing is a good idea. For those who do not know what cold email is, it's sending an email to, it's just an email. I don't know why they said it's code anyway. So it's just an email to a professor or someone you would like to work with. So you're telling them, showing interest in their research and that you would like to be a master's student with them or you want to be a PhD student with them. So most times cold emailing is mostly for PhD, and it doesn't really apply. Yeah, it doesn't really apply for most masters. It depends on the school, the university anyway. So it is very good. Yeah, it's the way to start when you want to do your PhD. You want to go through the university website or anywhere, maybe LinkedIn, where you can find the professor. You want to see what they do. You want to see the papers they have written, the research they are involved in, and you want to coin that. You want to go in that direction. So you have to email them and say, okay, I've
Yes.
seen your research. I really like this. I'm interested in this. This is what I'm currently doing, and this is how it can fit into what you currently do. And if it makes a lot of sense, the professor can email you back and set a meeting with you. You can meet, you talk about it, and then yeah, you can start off from there and yeah, get funding. If the professor has funding for his research, he's going to tell you, okay, you can apply for admission, and then you join my lab after that. So
Okay.
it's
Then
very important. It is not whether it is good, but it is very important to cold email your professor. But first of all, you have to do your research to know what they do.
Okay. Then viewers are really going to take that into consideration. There's this other question that I have. It may not be directly linked to the reason why we are doing this interview, but do you think that your acceptance to Bremen University and also your gaining of this scholarship was 100% based on your hard work, Eugene, or you think that you were kind of, in a way, fortunate too?
Well, you can't really tie success to hard work. Yeah, because there are a lot of people that are hardworking and still didn't get in. You have to put it because you have to balance everything. You have to put in your hard work and make sure you have all the documents that are necessary, because when you don't have one of the documents, then that's going to reduce your chance. Make sure you have the documents. It is not pure luck. It is not by luck, because if you don't put in the hard work, then you can't get anything. So you have to put in your hard work and trust in God. So I think that is the major, that's what I would say helped me.
Okay, that's really fine. And Eugene, I want to congratulate you. You are doing amazingly well on your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Viewers want channel and what you do there so that they can also come on your channel to learn more, because you've actually given lots of informations about DAAD EPOS scholarship, but not only that, but other scholarships in other countries. So it's good that they know your channel name. You kindly tell us what you do there so that they can actually subscribe to you.
Okay, yeah, so you can join my channel. The channel name is Eugene Brown. You can just search on it on YouTube, Eugene Brown. I think the first video or the first image there, you're going to find me. We're also going to drop a link in the description below, so you can also easily click on that to see my channel. So what I basically do on my channel is provide help on international opportunities. So I dish out international opportunities for different countries, not just Germany. That's what we do basically, and also personal development in terms of financial development opportunities. So that is basically what I do there. And same thing with my website, upnextnigeria.com. You can always visit there because there are a lot of opportunities that would benefit you, definitely.
That's really amazing. I believe that viewers will want to know more about your channel and about you, so they'll really go on there to find out what you do. We're almost done.
And you're also doing a very great job, Alex. Yeah, so I've watched some of your videos, and yeah, you're really doing a good job, a great job rather.
Thank you too. We are all doing amazingly good. That's fine.
And
so,
yeah, you can also subscribe to, for my viewers watching, you can also subscribe to Alex because he's doing a good job. Yeah, to encourage him. Yeah.
That's really fine. Thank you so much. So finally, I would like to know your final words to viewers. You know, there are so many students who are watching and they want to apply for the DAAD EPOS scholarship or other scholarships in Germany. So I would like to know your final words to them. What kind of encouragement would you like to give them?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, the major thing is, like, I think what I would say is keep going, don't stop trying, keep trying, because for me, I this is not the first time I applied. I didn't get a scholarship for the very first time I applied. I did a lot of applications and I didn't get any scholarship. So, but I kept on applying because I really wanted to study abroad. And I felt like, yeah, I should have a scholarship. So I really believed in it. So first of all, you have to believe that, yeah, you can get it. It's competitive anyway, but you have to believe that, yeah, it is possible that you can get a scholarship. And then do not stop trying, even if I got more than 10 rejections and everything, and some scholarships that are not full scholarships. I didn't want to take any scholarship that is not a fully funded scholarship. So I got some scholarships that are not fully funded. Well, yeah, I needed the fully funded, so I kept on applying and applying, yeah, before I finally got this. So I would say you shouldn't give up, trust in yourself. And the most important thing is having a very positive mentality, because your mentality determines everything about you, whether you like it or not. You should have a positive mentality and believe in yourself. Just believe that you are good, and yeah, that will help you in terms of what you do, and your productivity, your output, everything will definitely work towards that positivity.
Wow, that was a really great motivation you've given to our viewers.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you so much for this. And it's really good that you made time with us to have this interview.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, really.
I believe that this interview will go a long way to, you know, help so many students who have plans of applying to universities in Germany specifically, and also for this DAAD EPOS scholarship. You know, most of the time students want to have these opportunities, but if you don't have someone who can guide you with respect to which way to go, you just be, you know, kind of coming without kind of aim, if that's a right that I can say. So it's really good that you made time to have this interview with us, and I would want to really thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for setting this up and everything. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, and bye, and have a nice time. Enjoy yourself.